Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for 5 minutes of Reiki, followed by 5 minutes of free for all questions. After that, I am setting the intention on the Reiki to do whatever will benefit each one of you the most as individuals. If there's something more specific that you would like the Reiki to focus on, all you have to do is adjust that intention. For those of you who are watching after the fact, feel free to go ahead and set the intention to receive the Reiki anyway, and you'll get just as much benefit from it as anybody who was here at the time as I'm broadcasting. All right, so let's get the Reiki started. All right, so we're starting Reiki at 11 o'clock Mountain Time here in the US. That means at 11:05 or 5 after the hour, we will be finishing up the Reiki. Winona Loman. Hello, hello. Glad to see you back in the room, honey. How are you? Romy Bach, hello, hello. Good to see you again, too, my dear. Vicky Jorgensen, look at you getting in right as I open the doors. Yay. Life is good. 4 more minutes left of Reiki. I'm fantastic, Winona. I am alive. I'm breathing. I count that as a good thing. On top of that, I'm doing readings and I'm doing Reiki, so life is even better. And I have a little Reiki class going on later on tonight. I'm happy about that. Life is just good, 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 and getting better all the time. Happy weekend to you, too. Steph Lagala, hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see ya. Susan Phillipson, hey, hey, hey. Glad you're here, my dear. Questions come after Reiki, honey. Once we get done doing Reiki, then I do free for all questions or card of the day. Reiki lasts for 5 minutes. Free for all questions lasts for 5 minutes. So as long as I get to your question before the timer goes off, then we're all good. But you ask after the Reiki is over. Right now, you're receiving Reiki. Stacy Spring, hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see you in the room. How are you? Candace R. Glad to hear that you are good and goofing around today. No worries, honey. So we've got 3 more minutes of Reiki. For those of you who would like to schedule your own private Reiki session where you have 1 hour of Reiki energy coming straight to you and only to you, you can find out how to contact me on my website. Once you contact me, we can get that scheduled for you very quickly. My website is www.amista.info. I-N-F-O. Also, as most of you know, I do psychic readings as well. I do use the tarot as my sacred tool. And so I do pre-recorded readings of one question or of two questions if you're interested in something like that. Or I do live readings either on Skype or on the telephone. And those are either 30, 60, or 45 minutes. Same thing, you can find the contact information on my website. Get a hold of me and we can get you scheduled really quickly. My website is www.amista.info. I-N-F-O. Little blurb is out of the way. What is that? Self-promotion blurb? 2 more minutes of Reiki coming at you guys. We've got a lot of you taking in a lot of energy. That's a good thing. Thank you. Thank you. I love it when I know I'm making a difference. La da dee da 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 da. Yep, Memorial Day weekend. And happy Memorial Day weekend to you, Ms. Tammy Bambi. How's your father-in-law doing? Is he out of the hospital yet? Well, I'm glad that you're here for it then. Hello there, Freeze Williams. Glad to see you in the room. How are you today, honey? 1 more minute of Reiki, and then we'll move on to questions after that. What are you saying about Scorpio energy? You're saying you're a Scorpio or what? Hello there, Gemma Croft Baker. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here, my dear. We're just finishing up Reiki. 1 more minute left. Well, I'm glad that you're here to receive it. I'm glad that I'm here to give it. Sounds like you've had a rough few days. The energy's been kind of weird lately, hasn't it? You're a Scorpio, okay. I'm a Scorpio as well. La, da, da, da. Wow. That's trippy that he had a spiritual awakening. Are they thinking he might get to come home at any time in the near future? Oh, thank you, Gemma. Freeze Williams, we'll do questions here in a little bit. First, we're going to finish up Reiki, and then after that, we move into questions, free for all questions and cards of the day. I'll answer free for all questions or give cards of the day for 5 minutes at that point. And so it's all who gets in first. But I don't count anybody who asks questions before the Reiki is over. So you'll have to re-enter your question later. Last few days have been wacky for you too, Jenny. By the way, hello, glad you're here. Okay, Winona, once again, not done with the Reiki yet. Once we're done with the Reiki, then we'll move on to that. Kelsey Rice, hello, hello. So, Tammy Bambi, did you hear my question? Is your father-in-law going to get to come home anytime in the near future so far? Are they saying anything like that? La, da, da. Susan Phillipson, you'll have to ask that question when I'm finished with the Reiki. Carla Alley, hello, hello. Glad to have you here, Jenny. Thank you on the weekend. Carla Alley, happy weekend to you too. Okay, maybe Tammy stepped away from the computer, or maybe there's a big delay. Not seeing an answer from her. I was trying to hold off. I wanted to see that answer before I get blended in with all the chaos that is fixing to ensue. But let's wrap up the Reiki. All right, let's open the floor for free for all questions or card of the day. This is where you get to put them in the chat box. Kelsey Rice is right on the ball with a COD request. First out of the box. Boy, we've got a lot of people in here today. COD from Miss Kelsey Rice. Oh, honey. You have the Eight of Cups. I think it wasn't that long ago we saw you going back into a situation that had been making you feel depleted. Now we're seeing you walk away from a situation that's been making you feel depleted. Maybe even the same one. I hope not, but maybe. Either way, you're walking away from a situation that's been making you feel depleted. Ms. Kelsey, I hope that makes sense for you. Let's see. Ricky, why does your job consultant have against me all of a sudden? What does Ricky's job consultant have against her all of a sudden? All of a sudden. Well, first of all, I don't know that there's anything too personal here. Part of the deal is that this person has no more ideas about what to do for you. They're not really enjoying their job, is what I'm hearing in general. I would say she's probably burnt out. She needs some downtime herself. I don't think it's anything personal, honestly. So that was for Ricky. I hope that makes sense for you. Freeze Williams. Oh, yes. I live in the most beautiful place in the whole wide world. That's for sure. I love the nature around here. Gemma needs a COD. Let's do Lenormand for Ms. Gemma. Winona Lohman. What by when? You're asking me about a windfall. You want to know if you're going to get a windfall? I want to know how far are we looking at? Will you get a windfall by the time you're 82? By the time you're 95? By the time you're 5? Will you get a windfall within the next 3 weeks? Within the next 5 months? Within the next 3 years? What are we talking about here, Winona? Narrow that window down for me a little bit. Gemma Croft Baker, your house card, my dear, is the fox. Oh, And your cover card's the coffin. Oh, this actually is not bad. Ha ha. That's cool. Okay, so this just means that somebody has been being sneaky with you and you are bringing that to an end. You're like, that's enough of the bullshit. You need to start being truthful. That's what I've got going on for you, Ms. Democroft Baker, within the past 24 hours or the next 24 hours. Candace, better to start a business or invest? Okay, so with the goal of securing Candace's daughter's future, is it better for her to start a business or to invest her money? Start a business or invest the money? Start a business, start a business, start a business. You are going to need some help to start a business, looks like. Financial help. Think things through very clearly before you figure out what business you want to start. Make sure you're not confused about what it is that you actually want to do, because right now it looks like you are a little bit confused about that. Clear that up first. Okay, so that was for Candace. Jenny Tucarella needs a card. Please and thank you. How polite she is. You're quite welcome. Oh, he's going to a nursing home. Goodness. All right. Well, that's an upgrade from the hospital. We'll take it. Jenny Tucarella. Oh, baby. You got the King of Swords in reverse. There's somebody that you're dealing with in your manifestation or in your experience in your life within the past 24 hours or the next 24 hours who is grumpy and moody and unreasonable. Unreasonable to work with. Could be at work. Doesn't have to be a coworker. This could be somebody in the family or a friend as well. Although I don't know if I would call somebody like that a friend when they behave that way. So that's Jenny's. Steph Legala wants a COD. I suppose you're not feeling very inspired to do anything either within the past 24 hours or the next 24 hours. You've had one of these uninspired moments where you're like, just really don't feel like working on anything. I know that I should be doing something, but I just don't want to. Just don't want to. Okay, so there was somebody that I asked to narrow down a question. I want to answer that question. Where did that go? Okay, so Winona Lohman wants to know if she'll be receiving a windfall within the next 3 months. Will Winona Lohman be receiving a financial windfall within the next 3 months? So right now it's what? The cards flipped over, but they didn't fall out. It's the 25th of May to June to July. So by August 25th, will Winona Lohman receive a financial windfall? Yes. You will be receiving that. It does look like you're not going to get it all in one lump sum. It looks like pretty soon you're going to have at least a little bit of this windfall. And then I think you're going to get another bigger chunk about a month and a half from now. And then the last bit of it will come in right at the 3-month point. I hope that makes sense for you. If it does or if it doesn't, that's what I'm seeing in the cards. If it doesn't make sense for you now, it'll make sense for you later. Later. I'm not cocky or anything. Oh, run me back. That sounds exciting. You'll have to catch me tomorrow. She just started the job? That's weird. I don't know if that's necessarily bad. She might be trying to inspire you, Ricky. Gotcha, Candace. Did I do yours? I don't think I got to yours, Candace. Oh, Froggy. Hello. How you doing, my dear? Thank you for the thumbs up. Whoever gave me that thumbs up, I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. It is better than never. Shireen Kani, hello. Glad to see you, my dear. I'm just getting ready to walk out the door, but I'm glad that you're here. You'll have to catch me again another time. Ah, gotcha, Ricky. You're quite welcome, Winona. Freeze, my timer's already gone off. I'm done with answering questions. And then also, you should know, as a matter of courtesy in this room, sometimes my chat gets way bogged down. So if you just ask your question once, that's plenty. I'll get to you whenever I get to you, as long as the timer doesn't go off first. Thank you, Romy, for the other thumbs up. I do appreciate that. You're quite welcome, Ricky. There you go. Well, it sounds like you've got a good project for your time off anyway. It's almost like, oh, thank you for the time off. Yeah, the Reiki is done and over, so you'll have to go back and replay for the Reiki, honey. You're quite welcome, Ricky. You too. Everybody in the US, have a great Memorial Day weekend. Everybody else, have a fantastic weekend. And I will see you guys all the next time. Just remember, if you want readings or Reiki, get a hold of me. Information's on my website, www.amista.info. Peace out, everybody.